I'm sitting here eating a pizza bun, and I was reflecting on what I believe the message for today was. And as I sit here and I find myself slightly overwhelmed by the commitment of producing content and helping my clients and teaching my community and whatever, all this shit that we got going on, I can't help but think of the mindset of the common creator, the individual who is participating in the online space, feeling like they're competing, feeling like the work that they have to do is competing against a clock or an audience or a follower base or an algorithm or whatever. And just being in this state of competition where I feel that in many areas of my life, and I've been in areas of that feeling for a while, in different ways. But I've also had moments in time where I didn't feel the need to compete. I felt like there was no competition. I felt that what I was doing was fluid and it was on a path of its own, and it didn't come across as feeling forced. And it doesn't mean that these things that I was doing weren't competitive, and quite the contrary. So what I was thinking just now is, instead of trying to compete with the world, what is the one thing that you can do, or that you have done, or that you are naturally inclined for, that makes all competition non-existent? And one of those things for me right now is the financial services offer that we have rolling for North Americans. It's very fluid. There's no friction. It's not forced. It's very direct. The entire process is smooth. We're booking the calendar back to back to back to back to back, helping tons of people and providing a tremendous amount of value, versus other things that feel like they're forced, feeling like I have to force interest, force intrigue, like some of the content that we put out for like mindset and mentorship and fitness. Like, yeah, they're important, but most people don't really want to do the work. They don't want to be reminded that they're shit in whatever it is that they're doing. And I'm noticing that I don't love that process. Even though it's true for the most part that people are fucked and they are not doing what they know they need to be doing, I don't really want to be the person that has to tell them. And I will help them if they come to me and they participate in the programs. We have everything that they need to get it done. But I don't want to be responsible to hold their hand, especially if they don't want it to be done. It's not a good feeling. It's a waste of energy, frankly. And there was a quote that was shared with me that ties into this quite nicely, which is that don't waste your time trying to teach ducks how to fly, when instead you can find eagles and teach them how to fly in formation. It's a bit of a long-winded way to say don't waste your time on those who aren't ready. Find the people who are ready. Find the things that are uniquely yours, distinctly your power, and just do that. And when you're experiencing something like what I am right now, with the financial services, where it's fluid and there's no friction, don't ask questions. Just pull the thread and continue following on that path of service, and just be the person that you need to be to fulfill on the demands and the desires of the world in alignment with what you believe. Now, the reason I'm really interested in this money offer and this service that we're doing for people is that I struggled a lot with it growing up. A lot of where I am right now, even the handle on my social media, Art Money CEO, money has been a part of my journey for a long time. And I wasn't able to get to a place of confidence and certainty in myself, or power in myself, until I felt that I had some degree of control and authority over my money. And even over the last year, where we had an incredible adventure, a lot of ups and downs, I've realized that while I might have figured out the way to make money come in, I didn't really know what to do with it on the back end. And I know basic investing, like buying the stocks and the index funds and whatever. I'm not interested in stock picking or anything like that. It's not a passion of mine. So I was familiar with it, but I wasn't really that excited about it. I felt that the money I was putting away in these stocks I would be better off just reinvesting it into my education and my business, and the returns I would get would far outweigh anything that I could get in the market. Because if I get better, I just make more money, and it was true. But now I realize that I need to have more stable foundations. I need something more practical, something that I can actually get excited about on the back end. And that's where the financial services came in. It actually came in as a solution for the problem that I was having. And while I now have that in motion, and I'm doing that for myself, the strategies that we teach, I realized that I would be doing my people a disservice to hold this back from them. Because if I'm teaching them how to bring the money in, but not what to do with it on the back end, then I'm leaving a gap open. And what I was taught is that if I want to be a service person, a coach, or a consultant, it is my responsibility to fill in all the blanks. It would be disingenuous and frankly lazy to answer someone's question with more problems. And so with that in mind, I guess I found myself on the path of being a government licensed financial services agent, along with being a graffiti artist turned entrepreneur who went from being on welfare to working with billion-dollar brands and celebrities and influencers and, you know, all these people around the world. And I like the story that's coming out of it. I like the character, the traits that I get to control as a result of it. And so while I build this story, I wish to impart on you a message and an idea that you are not one-dimensional. You are not restricted to a single box. You have the opportunity to unfold and to emerge into a greater expression of yourself, a higher version of yourself where you handle more than one responsibility. You are capable and, you know, experienced or able to serve in multiple dimensions, right? And for me now, being able to teach people how to make money online with their brands by mastering their craft and their talent and becoming extraordinary human beings with character and reputation and relationships at scale, we now also include the bucket of what to do with your wealth and how to build legacy and how to protect your estates. And as you can see, there's this overarching theme, this entire all-encompassing service that I get to now provide through my work because of this. And I'm very, very excited about it, much to the confusion of my audience and the public around me. It'll only be a matter of time before they understand what the purpose of all of this is. And one of my costs of being who I am and how I operate is a quite regular confusion of the public in the short term. It takes usually a little bit of time for them to see where my actions are leading towards and what they have been decided for. So that's what I wanted to share tonight. Don't waste time with the ducks, fly with the eagles, and don't ask too many questions when things are working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Pull the thread, go the distance, be of service, be okay changing lanes if you need to. Just make sure you do the best. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.